Yeah, Pete, obviously a tough one the way that ended. What was your message to the team coming out of this?
Yeah, we played really hard tonight, and we were on it, and had a chance to play with these guys throughout. And there were some opportunities in there that we needed to go the other way, and they didn't for one reason or another. Um, there's a couple plays we could have made. We made a big mistake in the running game, gave them that big play on the scoring drive. Just made a mistake on the alignment and gave it to them. We played the run great all night long. Rushed the passer tonight. Kind of kept them. We felt like we kind of kept them under wraps, but we needed to score again and get ahead. I thought the response right before half and starting the third quarter was exactly what we needed to get rolling. And unfortunately, that next drive that they got, we didn't get the job done. But it still tends, and so it's a really good football game, so on a Tuesday night.
Curtis?
Yeah, Pete, what did you see from your offense just in general, the slow start for you guys, and where did things kind of fall short for you to get rolling on that side of the ball tonight?
Yeah, we just didn't, we just didn't get going, and the defense stayed out, had some drives that we hung on into and got off the field and all that. Offense needed to make their conversions and get going. We were 1 for 5 on third downs in the first half. That's not enough to get it rolling, and that we never got started. So it was great to see that we jumped it right at the end of the half, and then jumped back again. Had a really good physical drive, running the football and mixing and all that. Everything was just right, and we needed to just finish. It was a close game the whole night. We just needed one more drive, and unfortunately we couldn't generate it.
Michael Sean?
Hey, Pete, considering, the very, very, very slim odds at this point of you guys rallying to the postseason, what's left for you guys? What are you still fighting and playing for this late?
We're playing for each other. We're playing for the cause of loving this game and loving the guys that are in the locker room with us and playing for one another. I mean, the relationships that you build during the course of a season like this are unforgettable, and they connect you so that you keep battling, because that's what it is. It's what it feels like. You saw how hard we played tonight. There's nothing but guys fighting for one another, and so that's what we'll do wherever we're playing, whoever we're playing, whenever it happens. And it don't matter if it's Tuesday night or Sunday or whatever. We're going to go ahead and go, and we're going to overcome the issues and get back to playing and focus on the things that make us have a chance. And by practicing well and studying hard and caring and loving this game, and we're going to do everything we can to get every single drop out of it as we go down the stretch here.
Thanks.
Greg Bell?
Pete, from here, look, DK Metcalf was obviously irate and on the sideline, especially at the end of the first half. The underthrow ball by Wilson on what should have been a touchdown to tie the game in the fourth quarter. How did you bring him or reel him back in? What did you or somebody do? Because he was obviously a little checked out mentally there for part of the game.
He wasn't checked out mentally as far as going out on the field and playing football. I mean, you saw something I didn't see, and I didn't feel it. I didn't see that. He was right with it. We needed him to go back for this and that, and the plays that we were calling, he was totally in it. I didn't see anything that distracted. But again, things might have been happening behind me. He was right there when we needed him throughout, and didn't waver.
Did you get any explanation from the officials on the DJ Dallas fourth down play? Was there any? Can't challenge it, obviously, but you saw it, I think, since.
No. There was with the knucklehead penalty that DJ gets for kicking the ball. DJ is one of the great players on our team. Team guy, smart, in it, great juice, great energy, and he lost his composure for a flash of an instant and kicks the ball right there. So they kind of distracted the focus from the call that was just made. I don't know, Greg. Those guys make these calls when they make them, and they sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It happened quickly, and it didn't look very good on the little replay that somebody showed me. But I don't know. I'm not bellyaching about that call. We need to win the game in all the other ways we could win the game.
Corbin?
Hey, Pete, going back to DK, it just feels like, for whatever reason this year, that he and Russ, the connection just hasn't quite been there. There were a few plays downfield that came up short of this game. Do you have any idea what's going on there?
They're trying their ass off to play right. They're working on their stuff, their routes, their concepts. The calls are there. We're trying to get the ball there. you just got to throw and catch it, and you got to make the plays, and they got to get the job done. We got to throw it better, and we got to make sure that we make our plays. I don't know. No, I don't see anything. I know these guys are working really hard to get it done. It's really. I am sick that we didn't have a chance to play with Tyler in this game because this is the kind of game that he would have been a factor in for sure in ways, and it's unfortunate, because this was really his kind of an opportunity, and so DK had to do it, Freddie had to do it, Eskridge had to do it, and come through, and those guys did everything they could.
Art?
Pete, your first drive in the third quarter was as good as it's been all season. Why did that work, and why wasn't it sustainable?
Yeah, we just mixed it really well, and DJ finished the drive off. Penny cramped up coming out of halftime, and DJ finished it off, did a nice job with that. Guys were blocking well. I thought our pass protection was as good as it's been against these guys. I thought we held up well. And our pass rush was as good as it's been also against these guys. There was a lot of positives in there.
And why wasn't it sustainable in terms of the offense?
Gosh, I don't know, Art. We tried to go right back out and do it again, and we didn't make the same first downs that we did. The conversions were there in that sequence, and also we ran the ball really well right there. So you just got when the time comes, you got to convert the third downs. We had third and fives. We had some good controllable third down situations that we needed to make.
Bob?
Yeah, Pete, just to ask about another kind of controversial flag, I guess. What did you think of the hold on Bless Austin on the third down there?
I didn't see it. I think he had 3 penalties thrown his way, and I was told that 2 of them weren't penalties. But I don't know that, and I can't tell you. I know he's really physical. He knocked the guy down on the last one. That was a huge place, like 3rd and 12 or something like that. We're off the field, and they get a first down right there. It's a very, very untimely call, or untimely play for us. And I know he's physical, and maybe that I didn't see the actual contact there, so I have to wait to see the film.
And ultimately, did you feel like the delay? I mean, could you tell? I guess was there much impact on this game and the way it was delayed for a couple of days and all that?
I don't think it had anything to do with anything. It just made it seem like forever to get to this game. It seemed like it was 2 weeks ago when we played, and all that. But the event here, the stadium was good. Our guys were lit up and fired up about this opportunity. They were too. I don't think it had anything to do with anything. Now, it's going to be taxing the next week, and we got to do a nice job of getting back and recovering. It's a short week coming up.
Brady?
Knowing what you know now about who was available for you guys, who wasn't, and vice versa for the Rams, how much do you feel like the postponement hurt you guys in this game? Obviously, I know, as you just mentioned, it's going to hurt you next week, but in terms of this game, how much do you feel like it put you at a disadvantage?
No, I don't think it put us in a disadvantage. It really, I think the delay helped them. It helped them. They were able to get some guys back that wouldn't have played on Sunday. I think, but other than that, it didn't hamper us. Other than not having Tyler. Tyler's one of the best players we've ever seen, and he wasn't there tonight. And he didn't quite make it back. He was battling all the way to this morning. He would have flown up here in the morning if he could have passed his test. He couldn't get it done. So we were competing at every turn on that one.
Matt?
You touched on a couple of the penalties already, but you look at some of the key ones in this game. There was Alton Robinson on the, touching the kicker.
That's 3 points, yeah. They're punting the ball.
There was Bless Austin's defensive hold that kept that drive alive. There was DG Dallas kicking the football, and there was that false start on Rashad when it was 3rd and 1. When you just look at the collection of those, what's your reaction to that, and how much?
Yeah, it felt like we've been remarkably good penalty-wise during the course of this season, better than maybe we've ever been, with fewer penalties per game and all that kind of stuff. But it seemed like young guys, new guys. That's what it kind of felt like, and making the wrong choice at the wrong time, kind of just kind of felt like a little bit of inexperience in that. Run into the kicker maybe on a 3rd and 12. You don't you don't have to use your hands as much. You make a good decision there. I don't even know if that's a penalty. Booting the football. Those are things that really we should be able to get through, and it should not even be a factor. In those 3 plays, they didn't do anything. They didn't do a thing, and we did all that to ourselves. But so it felt like that. It felt like the the guys that came up right in those situations were new guys, and unfortunately, it wasn't the most experienced guys that we've had around and guys with us, and so maybe that's just part of the newness.
Masvidal.
Pete, why were you so successful in the pass rush today? Carlos Dunlap and bringing the pressure. What was happening there in this game?
Well, I think that Carlos took advantage of his opportunity against a guy came in, for Havenstein. I don't know how. I don't know. I know he had 3 sacks. I think one of them was on the right side. But I think 2 were on the left. But they had to play a backup there. And Carlos has been around a long time, and he had one of his best games rushing. So I thought he took advantage of his opportunities really well. This was a game about opportunities. So some of them we captured, and some of them we didn't. And it's really frustrating to have to live with that.
Thanks.
Curtis.
Yeah, Pete, 2 quick ones. Your thoughts on the play of Jordan Brooks today?
Yeah, he was really active. He was really active. I love the play on the screen, of course, and just continue. I mean, that was a game we're under 3 yards of carry in that game. In the first half, playing exactly like we've been playing for months, and really kicking butt in the running game. And then that darn play gets out, and the 40-yard play that we just lined up wrong and missed on the lineman, and he was all part of that. I thought he was a big factor in them. He and Bobby, they continue to make the plays. Now we get really good line of scrimmage play from Allen, from Puna, and even without Monet tonight, our guys were playing like we've been playing. So there's some real consistency there, and we've got some real strengths there. As we're going through this season that keep showing up.
And your guys that did end up going on the list, how are they doing? Is everybody kind of, or as you can tell at this point?
Yeah, really, what I'd like to send that message out there: our guys aren't sick. A couple guys felt a little something, but they're not sick, and they're not feeling real bad, and they're really, it's really frustrating for them because they don't feel bad, and the new thing we're dealing with, the Omicron is absolutely on fire, virulent, but it's not a big factor in how it's affecting us at this point. We're going to learn a lot more. That's on no information and no research and nothing. But the early indication is that guys feel a little something, and that's it. So we have to do a good job of getting back from it. These guys did a nice job getting back from it. They got some guys back in 3 or 4 days. We got to make sure and get that done. I don't think we're done with this thing. I think we're still dealing with it.
Anything else? Thank you, everyone.
See you.